Just once and for all, you again started this in part by saying that, at which Donald Trump repeated on the debate stage, that, and he didn't say anything about the policies that you're talking about. He just said Haitians are eating dogs and cats. Can you affirmatively say now that that is a rumor that has no basis with evidence?
Dana, the evidence is the first-hand account of my constituents who are telling me that this happened. And by the way, I've been trying to talk about the problems in Springfield for months, and the American media ignored it. There was a congressional hearing just last week of angel moms who lost children because Kamala Harris let criminal migrants into this country who then murdered their children. The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to,
but it wasn't just a meme,
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana, because you guys are completely letting Kamala Harris coast. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana.
Even though everyone already knew that they were lying, J.D. Vance accidentally told on himself. And now he has to try to characterize his dangerous lies as helpful.
You just said that you're creating a story.
Public policy.
Sir, you just said that you're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not accurate.
Dana, it comes from first-hand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield thanks to Kamala Harris's policies. Her policies did that, but yes, we created the actual focus that allowed the American media to talk about this story and the suffering caused by Kamala Harris's policies.
Bullshit on top of bullshit. We're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it, he says. Well, that doesn't make any sense. The media is focusing on the lies that you're telling, one of which came in his very next sentence when he said, I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield. He should listen to the Republican governor of the state and supporter of Trump and Vance.
The Haitians who are in Springfield are legal. They came to Springfield to work. Ohio is on the move, and Springfield has really made a great resurgence with a lot of companies coming in. These Haitians came in to work for these companies. What the companies tell us is that they are very good workers. They're very happy to have them there. And frankly, that's helped the economy. And again, these people are here legally. They're here legally, and they want to work, and they are, in fact, working. And when you talk to the employers, what the employers tell you is, we don't know what we would do without them.
First of all, these Haitian immigrants shouldn't even have to prove that employers value them and give them A+ ratings on their work ethic. They deserve to live anywhere the hell they want, even if they're just okay employees. But we have this supremacist basis for people's value in this country that measures it off of how much approval wealthy and powerful people give them. And secondly, no one's directly confronting the second ongoing lie that's protecting the first one. These folks are not in Springfield, Ohio illegally. But to this day, Trump and Vance added to their purposely dishonest talking points. They won't even take responsibility for the threats and violence that they've stoked.
You're the senator from Ohio, so instead of saying things that are wrong and actually causing the hospitals, the schools, the government buildings to be evacuated because of bomb threats, because of the cats and dogs thing, why not actually be constructive in helping to better integrate them into the community?
Dana, first of all, let me just respond to a couple of things that you said, but I want to start with something you said, which I think is frankly disgusting and is more appropriate for a Democratic propagandist than it is for an American journalist. There is nothing that I have said that has led to threats against these hospitals. These hospitals, the bomb threats and so forth, it's disgusting. The violence is disgusting. We condemn it. We condemn all violence.
Senator, this happened after you and President Trump were on the debate stage, said that cats and dogs were being eaten.
You asked a question, Dana, and I'm going to go ahead and answer it.
This city of Springfield received no bomb threats that led to school closures and hospitals to shut down until the entire country started focusing on the lies that Vance just admitted to telling. He even took credit for everyone talking about it, but he refuses to take credit for the threats that came after everyone started talking about it. No, it doesn't make any sense. But that's part of the game here. They start some then complain that everyone is criticizing you for starting some right after you take credit for starting it for a good reason, which doesn't exist. Then you step back and watch your lies go to work and pissing off supporters and opponents until the threats turn violent, only to then shout, "Only I can save you from this messed up situation that I completely created."
What we have said is that this town has suffered terribly under the policies of Kamala Harris. Now, you just accused me of inciting violence against the community when all that I've done is surface the complaints of my constituents, people who are suffering because of Kamala Harris's policies. Are we not allowed to talk about these problems because some psychopaths are threatening violence? We can condemn the violence on the one hand, but also talk about the terrible consequences of Kamala Harris's open border on the other hand.
Just simply condemn violence and terrorism that he stoked so that he can claim that people he hates are eating their neighbors' pets to scare racist voters into voting for them. No care that if or when someone is assaulted or murdered, that he caused it. Just condemn it and act like people aren't affected. Also, no mention of which of VP Harris's policies led to Haitian immigrants settling in Ohio on temporary protected status. Was Kamala Harris around in 1990 when Congress created temporary protected status? Because that's the legal process that these immigrants went through to live and work in Springfield. But they want no part in admitting that. Vance's arguments have zero legs to stand on, even in the face of constituents that he keeps claiming called him in despair, like this one.
NBC News has now spoken to a woman. Her name is Erica Lee, and she's the woman behind one of those viral posts claiming that her neighbor's cat was kidnapped and saying that it may have been at the hands of Haitian neighbors. She tells us at NBC News she has now deleted the post, that it was wrong, that she misinterpreted a neighbor's story. She just texted me, quote, "I messed up royally," and she said she never meant to cause so much hate against this one group of people.
It is so disturbing that people are making bomb threats against schools, against a hospital. The Haitian immigrants, are they fearful at all for retribution, for people coming at them for these falsehoods?
We had our team here earlier this week, and they told us point blank they fear for their lives. And we should note, a lot of them don't want to go on camera. We've had really one kind of representative of the community speak to us about that point. So that's why you haven't seen a lot of people speaking out, because they are fearful. One family telling a local paper that they woke up one morning to a window broken and acid thrown on their car. So make no mistake about it. They are fearful. They say the violence is real, and a lot of them are afraid to speak out.
Even Vance's cowardly attempt to lean on some gullible residents taking the story and running with it has fallen apart. So as they take it back and apologize for turning their town over to who J.D. Vance ironically once called America's Hitler, the next part of MAGA's attack on facts and reality is, of course, against the messengers in the media who are revealing their lies. Telling the truth is offensive to liars. So, as expected, MAGA came out to intimidate that very same reporter that we just saw. It's a good thing that she had a crew there to help. Here, watch.
Real quick. So it seems like a lot of the questions that you were asking, it doesn't seem to address the issue, the actual issues in the. Don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me, bro. No. I'm just asking, because there's an increase in crime in the area. It seems like there's a lot more of a problem here. The questions almost seemed like you were trying to turn him into a victim. Do not touch me.
Back up.
Do not touch me.
Dude, back up.
Back up. Do not.
Back up.
Dude, get the off of me now.
Back up. Back up. It ain't got to be like that. Just back up.
You do not touch me, okay?
Back up. Back up.
You back up, bro. Right now.
Ain't what it got to be.